Hey everybody, welcome to Happily Healthy. We create inspirational health videos to help you happily succeed in your life. Today, we're going to go over 12 tips how to stay motivated to lose weight with also practical advice and assignments for you. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it's one of the most amazing advice we have ever heard. How do you stay motivated while losing weight? After working for a while to achieve a goal, you may get bored with it. It's not fast, I'm not fat after all, and I'm hungry. Everything that goes through your head. If you feel discouraged or stuck, get back on your feet as soon as possible. In short, how can you put these negative thoughts aside and face them with fresh courage? Happily Healthy will help you with that. Number 1, think in solutions. Think in solutions, not in problems. Does it make sense to deal with all the bad things for a long time? No, this makes no difference. Leave the past behind and think about what you can do now. I can see what isn't working, but what solutions can you come up with for successful weight loss? This is important. Usually we tend to focus on everything that goes wrong or could go wrong, but what if it works? Even with small adjustments, your breakfast and dinner can be much healthier than before. Do you have a good breakfast in the morning? Then keep taking it. Number 2, change your habits. Are there any obstacles along the way? Are there any pitfalls? Maybe eat a bag of chips or candy bars all at once instead of a little. If the situation gets out of hand, write your habits down on paper. Good points and bad points. See what you can do about bad habits. Even if you use half of the candy bar instead of all of it, you're already making progress. Number 3, mindfulness. When trying to lose weight, it is important to be aware of your drivers and drivers. Why do you actually want to lose weight? Aside from being tired of greasy bread, what's behind it? What are the important values in your life? Mindfulness can help with this. When you meditate, you become more aware of your own needs, emotions, and values on a deeper level. And knowing who you are, what your motivations are, and what you stand for will give you more sources of motivation to draw from during the weight loss process. Motivation comes and goes like waves. Number 4, prepare. When you shop normally, do you put what you like in your basket or do you have a partner to put it in? Solutions? Simple. Just look around and make a list of what you need. Avoid impulse purchases and overcrowded shopping carts. Tip: eat something before you go shopping. If you go shopping with an appetite, you are more likely to get something tasty that is not very healthy. Number 5, focus on the process. If I want to lose weight, should I weigh myself every day? No, that doesn't help. Instead of losing weight, you may have gained 200 grams per day. It demotivates. Focus on long-term processes and set goals. Don't rely too much on numbers for motivation. Example, I'm going to lose 5 pounds. What's more important is how you feel after losing weight. What if you have not lost 10 kilos? Your goal has failed. You have more influence on the process than on the end result. I want to lose 5 kg in 2 months. The process goals then focus on how to do this. Only 1 beer or 1 wine for birthdays and parties, not unlimited. You will gain confidence and learn to say no. Remember, failure is not an option. If you always try to take steps in the right direction, you will never fail. The only way to fail is to stop and give up. Keep evaluating to see what worked and what didn't. This way you can start on the next step and work goal-oriented. Number 6, find your why. You probably know the saying, why look for your reasons for the deeper reasons why you do something. There are many. Why? Doing things that are important to you in life can keep you motivated. How do you want to live your life? Be it diet, appearance, health, or exercise. Clarifying these values will determine the direction of your actions. Thinking about losing weight and exercising in this way and connecting it with the values that are important to you makes your motivation even more internal. Not because it makes losing weight easier, but because I think it's most important to stay healthy. Number 7, Stand behind your goals. It is important to consider how important your reasons for switching are. Are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for others? You achieve the goals you support much faster than if you did it for others and didn't really believe in them yourself. Do you think exercise and healthy eating are important because everyone around you does the same, or because we know that exercise combined with a varied diet can have a positive impact on your health? The latter is much more likely to be successful than the former. Write down your own strengths and weaknesses and what you need to do to achieve your goals. Pay attention to the short and long term and how this affects your immediate environment. Is it better to lose weight with new habits than with old habits? This way you tailor your actions to what is important to you. Write this down and make a list if you feel motivated. Number 8, create your own workout. After doing some research on the sport you want to play, you may be able to create your own workouts. This is of course not always necessary, but you can think of extra exercises. For example, in addition to the usual training sessions, suppose you train under the guidance of a personal trainer and he does the training. Then do your favorite exercise or talk to a personal trainer to fit specific exercises into your schedule. For example, let me give you an example. This gives you a say in your education and a greater sense of autonomy. Number 9, find your favorite sport. Well, that's a cliche. I hear you think, but it's really true. The more you enjoy the sport, the more likely you are to be intrinsically motivated and the more likely you are to keep doing it. This makes it easier for yourself to keep moving, and external goals such as losing weight are ultimately much easier. Not sure what your favorite sport is yet? Try everything. Not in the mood for fitness? Give CrossFit a try. If you don't like that, try ball games. If ball games don't work for you, try martial arts or defensive sports. There are many sports you can do. Just try it. Number 10. Find sports friends. Find sports buddies who want to play the same sport as you. But be careful. Training partners can provide social support and connection, but they can also have the opposite effect. Think of your peers who are already much better than you. Is it good for your own self-confidence and competence? In addition, your buddy must be intrinsically motivated, just like you. Otherwise, it can reduce your motivation. So find a buddy who is about the same level as you and who is intrinsically motivated. Let's keep each other sharp and get started. Who is your training partner? Let us know in the comments below. Build your own home gym and invite your friends. Number 11. Don't focus on results. Again, this is a corny tip, but don't focus on the results. Don't think too much about extrinsic motivation. Let your inner fire do the most. Looking at the example of fitness and weight loss, people often focus too much on weight loss and lost sight of the fun of fitness. A recipe for disaster. Try to focus on the sport itself, not the results. Let the result be the result of enjoying the sport. Number 12, do your own research. Do your own research, view reports, create reports, so don't just accept everything. There are many ways to exercise and eat, but it's important to choose the one that's right for you. Do you want to lose weight? Eating less is not always the solution. You may not be doing enough strength training or your macronutrients may not be working properly. Do your own research instead of believing everything. To evaluate, you have completely lost your motivation to lose weight, and despite the fact that you have been able to rely on discipline and your healthy habits for a short period of time, you still notice that you do not feel good about it. The fact that you feel demotivated is getting in the way. In this case, it is important to evaluate the past period. Goal. Before you start your weight loss journey or lifestyle change, you must likely set yourself a goal. Take a look at this again and ask yourself the following questions. Did the goal come from myself and how? Has this goal been realistic and specific, and why? Have I divided my goal into main and sub goals? If so, how? Example, main goal is to be fit enough to play with your kids and sub goal could be to lose 10 kg in 4 months. Plan. Based on your objective, you have drawn up a plan to put this into practice. Ask yourself the following questions to evaluate your plan. Do I support the plan and why? To what extent is the plan realistic to implement and why? Does my plan contain restrictions, and if so, which ones? Also state whether you would change your plan in the future, and if so, why and how. Performance. Finally, it's time to look back at your performance. You can ask yourself the following questions to reflect on this. To what extent have I done my best to actually implement the plan? What did I encounter in the implementation of the plan? What have I done to keep myself sharp in the execution of the plan? You got this. If we feel intrinsically motivated in everything we do, that's great. But alas, as good as things are for us, there are things we don't really like. No one wants to exercise every day or watch what they eat. Fortunately, we have more than an intrinsic motivation to do this. Satisfying our needs for autonomy, belonging, and competence gives us many reasons to act because it is meaningful, valuable, and gives you pleasure in other areas. Then, I like is no longer the main motivation. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss videos of happily healthy and great lifestyle tips. We will see you in the next video. Take care.